going it alone worked absolutely fantastic for me until it didn't and resulted in me wanting to completely quit self-publishing altogether. And that's why today we're going to be talking about how can group coaching help self-publishers. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. So the thing was, back in 2015, when I was first getting started, I realized I could do this on my own. I could read different books and I could see different videos and I could do all sorts of things in order to improve my self-publishing skills. I was following a little bit of a recipe that I had found that somebody had written in a book. Steve Scott, I think at the time, had written this particular book that I was reading through. But I wanted to know what are the best strategies since I saw that my books were no longer selling too many copies. So the question was, where do I go from here? The problem was I couldn't get that because there was just so much information on the market. Well, as my sales continued to dip, I began to think that, look, if this continues, this is no longer a business. It's just a side hobby or something. It's no longer a business that I'm not going to be able to do. And maybe I just can't crack the code of self-publishing. This whole self-publishing thing itself may be just too difficult for me. So I was thinking maybe I didn't even have what it takes. Well, I had a couple solutions. Since I'd already been doing things alone, I figured, well, look, I'll just read a lot of books. So I went through a whole series of books talking about self-publishing and what you can do and how you can do it. And many of these were even written by fake gurus who they tell you how to do this self-publishing thing, but they themselves have not published anything. Now I've published over 200 books, but at the time I was on my first couple books and I was listening to people who themselves had not published that many books, or some of them had published no books but were in a position to tell, or thought they were, to tell other people how to do it. And that was one of the warning signs that I saw later on, was that a lot of these people, of course, they're not going to simplify things and keep them easy because they themselves don't understand how to do it. The second obstacle I was facing was I watched tons of YouTube videos and listened to lots of podcasts on self-publishing. But the problem was they simply weren't giving me the things that I needed in order to succeed on my self-publishing journey. So finally, I came along and I discovered there was a particular course that was offered at the time. It's not offered today any longer, but I took this course and it also involved getting group coaching. And there was something magical that happened as a result of this. The thing is that they were teaching the key strategies to get your book selling through keywords and these other things that I'm even teaching today, except I'm teaching even more advanced strategies than I was even learning at the time. And the group coaching meant that the other members of the group were able to tell me strategies that they had been testing that were working. And also my motivation started to skyrocket as I had all of these ideas about things that I could actually do in order to get it going. And in many ways, this group coaching environment where you had somebody who actually had published books and had been playing this game, specifically trying to win, not just can I write a book and put it on Amazon, but can I actually get this thing to sell? And what happened was, in this group coaching environment, I saw my own motivation going up. And that's one of the reasons that I started myself recently a group coaching group for anyone who's interested in self-publishing and wants to take it to the next level. This is a brand new group I'm using on the Volley app. You can check below in the description if you would like more information on that. It is unbelievably powerful and you could be one of the first people to join it. It'll be exciting, and I think that you will also get a little bit of the same feeling and sensation and results that I found when I first got started. But the thing is, with my own journey, I had lots of strategies that I could see needed to be implemented, but will they work? Because at the end of the day, that's the real question we want to know. It's whether or not these strategies we're looking at, are they actually going to work for us? And so I tested these theories. I discovered additional strategies, and I'll just tell you just a couple of the ones that I found from this group coaching environment. One of them was the power of ACX, getting your books onto Audible as quickly as possible. That was one of the strategies, and the use of the promo codes to get reviews on ACX. Very powerful strategies. Nobody else taught, but was done within the group coaching environment. Another one, and I share all of these with my group coaching clients, is that Keywords are the key. And one of the things I like to do is I answer questions on a daily basis in there. And so as I'm coming in and I'm looking, I'm checking out these keywords people are suggesting in their titles and subtitles and going back and forth. And how do you do this on ads? And how do you do that on ads and titles and descriptions? And there's all sorts of tricks that we are able to discuss in these groups. But I realized that suddenly by implementing just these two strategies together, powerful keywords and combined with running on ACX, Audible, putting my audiobooks out there, I was bumping up my sales by $2,000 a month. It was unbelievable. I couldn't even believe the money that was coming through these different sales channels. And since that point, I've never looked back, and I realized that doing training and courses and coaching can be incredibly powerful at boosting everything. And that's one of the reasons I'm asking you to check out below in the description and just see what group coaching can do for your self-publishing journey. Thanks.